Hi everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from the island of Bali. Let me give you a quick little step out of here for a moment. You see the palm trees in the distance. It's twilight here. Evening. The sun is setting. The moon is about to take its turn. It's early morning in America. It's just about noon in Europe. Wherever you are, it's sometime somewhere, right? Hello, Katerina. Greetings. Thank you for joining us. Had a great weekend in Bali. Did some dancing. I did a ecstatic dance in the morning, the yoga barn. Dancing in the evening at a place called Akasha. Some amazing vegan pizza I had there. Been spending time with beautiful friends. I was at a workshop, good workshop on manifestation, which I talk about as well. I don't know how many people realize that I'm really interested in the integration of self-realization and self-actualization, which I feel is the new paradigm of human potential. Self-actualization grounded in self-realization. Hello, Noor Omara. Where are you from? Noor Omara. What else happened this weekend? Yeah, some, and I want to get some of my friends on the show here, on the episodes. So stay tuned for that and get some dialogue going with some of the interesting folks here that I'm connected with. I'm excited about that. Good morning from Cyprus. Yeah, welcome, Stelos Stilianou. Thank you for being here. So I had a nice little hike through the rice fields as well. Learned to ride the motorbike, which seems pretty essential here on the island. Also, by the way, I have some spaces for new life coaching clients, which I do online with folks. So there's some packages. There's a 3-month, 6-month, 1-year package. If you really want something urgent, we can do a personal session. So for my personal coaching sessions, if you're interested, just send me a private message. There's some spaces available. I'll be sending a post out on that later today as well with more information. The beautiful thing about my life is that wherever I go, and this is the kind of life you can set up as well, which you can set up whatever kind of life you like, whatever spirit calls you to. So wherever I go, I do my sessions, continue my sessions with people around the world. Sometimes the time zone changes are a bit disorienting and confusing at first, but we get them sorted out, and it's great with the technology that we have to be able to support people wherever they are on a personal level and on a consistent level around the world. Sometimes I just feel so... There's this sense that nothing really needs to be said. Just being together is enough. And just being together is so powerful. Being together is almost overwhelmingly enough. It's late in California, Katerina. Thank you for joining us in the late night hour. And we can ground in the being. We can ground in the sense of being. There's something well, that's where all the magic happens. That's where the miraculousness happens. That's where the aliveness, the vibrancy the sense of amazement, the sense of appreciation, the sense of gratitude. That's where it all happens when we ground in the sense of being together, of really truly being present together, of really truly being here together. Start to be friendly with the moment. Because this moment is all there is. There's a recognition and realization of the timeless, infinite now, of which every universe arises and falls back into. But I don't want to get too metaphysical. I want to bring it down a little bit more today into the relational human realm. Talk about vulnerability, talk about love, talk about freedom, and talk about vulnerability as courage. You know, we think of vulnerability, we can think of vulnerability as a sign of weakness, but vulnerability can really be courage, can really be a sense of courage, can really come from a place of courage when we're able to step in the unknown, when we're able to really, truly, authentically express ourselves moment by moment, express what we're feeling, share what we're feeling, share what we desire, share what we're thinking. Ask for what we want. Vulnerability is really where it happens. You know, vulnerability is really where your life changes. It's really where transformation happens. It's the space where you share as authentically as you can what's arising for you at the moment without knowing what the response is going to be. And when you can share as authentically as you can from the deepest truth of your heart, from the deepest sense of meaning and purpose and inspiration, then regardless of what the response is, now you're living without regrets. Landing on the line, you know, every moment. Landing on the line every moment. Taking the chance, taking the risk. Saying what you really feel. Saying what you really think. Not in a way that's labeling others or judging others or blaming others. In a way that we are true to, hi Janie, in a way that we are true to what is alive for us in the moment, moment by moment by moment. And we create the space for another to share what's alive for them, moment by moment by moment. What are you feeling? What are you thinking? What do you desire? What do you want? What do you wish to create? So there's a space to this space of presence, to this grounded being that I mentioned earlier. There's a kind of a feeling of, it almost feels like it's a slowing down. It feels like it's like a quieting. It feels like there's more attention, there's a greater sense of awareness that's accessible. And there's this sense of really being able to see and hear each other, really feel seen and really feel heard. So really being able to see ourselves and hear ourselves, listen to ourselves more deeply, and able to see and hear another more deeply. So there's this sense of being present, creates the space of being intimate with the moment, without a sense of separation, without a sense of needing to run or hide or create walls or barriers or divisions. And if those things arise, then we notice that. So we're noticing whatever is arising in a space of unconditional awareness, in a sense of being at peace, an unconditional embrace of the moment, an unconditional love of whatever is arising. So there's a sense of peace, there's a sense of love, there's a sense of freedom to fully and truly embrace what is, without the need to make it any different, without the need to make it a means to an end, without the need to make it a means to an outcome, without the need for expectation, without the need of a future moment. So when there's no need for a future moment, there's this profound sense of intimacy that arises. There's a profound sense of love that is present. People ask me, how do I love myself? Well, who are you, self? Who is yourself? What self are you talking about? Right? How do I love myself? What's arising in this moment? What are you feeling right now? What are you thinking right now? How do you feel in your body right now? What are your desires right now? What do you want to create right now? What are your fears right now? What are your doubts right now? What are your worries right now? So you're loving what's arising in the moment. You're not loving some rigid, some rigid story of who you think you are, because who you are is alive. It's moving. It's shifting. It's shimmying. It's shaking. It's vibrating. It's alive right now, and it's asking for your attention, your awareness. And who we're relating with is the same. They're changing, they're evolving, they're growing, they're shaking, they're shimmying, they're vibrating. They're asking for your awareness. So this love that is so alive, that is so vibrant, is basked in this essence of unknowing, of not knowing, but wanting to know, wanting to see yourself alive and fresh in each moment, wanting to see the other alive and fresh in each moment. Hey, Elizabeth. Each moment, there's an innocence, like innocent awareness to rediscover anew. And when we're attached to outcome, when we're attached to expectation, when we're attached to trying to make something a means to an end, when we're attached to trying to control or manipulate the other, then there's no space for this kind of vulnerability. There's no space for this kind of authenticity. There's no space for this kind of love. This love is so simple, it's so profound, it's always available. It's the essence of who we are. If it's not ever present and always available, it's not what I'm speaking about. It's not what I'm pointing at. It's the essence of being itself. It's that which is ever present and always the case, regardless of the temporary passing conditions. It's getting darker, so I'm trying to get a little more light, but we're running out of time. We're running out of time, folks. Get enlightened quick. Yeah, so this sense of love is so, it's ever present, it's alive, it's the space for the intimacy that we long for and that we desire and that also that we fear. Right? One of the things I say a lot is that, thank you, Katerina, as are you. One of the things I say a lot is that I discovered in talking with so many people from around the world that what people want the most and desire the most and long for the most is intimacy. What people fear the most, are the most afraid of and scared of, is intimacy. What people long for the most, desire the most, want the most is to truly, fully feel like they're being seen and they're being heard. What people truly fear the most and are afraid of and are scared of is to truly feel like they're being seen and being heard. So the deeper we come into a space of, hello Root, where are you, Root? Denmark, Spain, where are you these days? The more that we are coming to a space of being able to be intimate with ourselves, of being able to love ourselves through whatever's arising moment by moment. And this is actually where meditation is really valuable. Meditation is a space to, the way I teach it at least, to be aware, an unconditional awareness of what's arising moment by moment. To essentially to learn to be in love with the moment. And if you can be in love with the moment, regardless of what it feels like, happiness, sadness, pain, pleasure, then you can be in love with life and you can learn to create that foundation of love with another and with others. The trees agree with me. Trees are amazing because they stand tall, you know, regardless of the weather, the changing weather, the changing climate, and windy or rainy, or regardless of the passing temporary conditions, they're strong and rooted in the essence of who they are, you know. Teachers for us, as all things are teachers for us. I want to say a prayer right now, together with you all, for all beings who are suffering in any way, who are feeling lost right now, who are feeling disillusioned, who are feeling chronic pain, who are feeling alone, who are feeling forgotten, who are feeling disconnected. May we send this blessing to them, this love, this compassion to them from the deepest depths of our hearts. May this video touch someone in some small way and make a positive difference in their life. And may we realize that in changing ourselves and shifting the consciousness of who we are, transforming ourselves, we are one with the world, and the world is one with us, and when we change ourselves, we change the world. Amen. Namaste. Ashe. And sayonara. Thank you so much for sharing this journey with me. I appreciate you so much. I love you, and I will see you in the next now.